Welcome to a gentle exploration of your Japanese-inspired retreat. This journey is not only about structure or beauty, but about finding meaning. Naming a garden is more than giving it a title. It is a way of granting identity to the sanctuary you've shaped with care. A name invites you back into its embrace again and again, like a whispered secret carried on the wind. Through this act, your garden becomes more than a collection of stones, water, and trees. It transforms into a living presence, a reflection of your spirit and story, always waiting to welcome you home. Think of your garden as a poem written with elements of nature. Every stone, pine tree, and ripple across the water carries a voice, telling fragments of a larger story. When you give the space a name, you weave all these voices into harmony, uniting them under one intention. What was once just a backyard transformation now breathes with soul and character. This small ritual creates a sense of belonging, not only for the garden itself, but also for you. Naming transforms design into expression, turning an ordinary corner of earth into a sacred reflection of your heart's desire. In Japanese tradition, names often carry profound meaning, drawn from nature, emotions, or seasons. A name such as Moon Reflection Garden brings forth a sense of stillness and quiet wonder, while Whispering Bamboo calls up images of movement, sound, and life. By naming your space with such thought, you root it in both beauty and symbolism. This is where identity begins, when design is no longer just arrangement, but also emotion. A garden name gives depth and resonance, ensuring every glance, every step becomes a reminder of why the space exists. It becomes a story you continue to write. Picture stepping into your backyard on a misty morning. Light filters gently through maple leaves, and the soft trickle of water drifts from a stone basin. Out of this silence, what name emerges? This is the magic of letting your senses guide the naming process. Sometimes your eyes, ears, and heart already know what your space wants to be called. The name should rise naturally, born from the feelings the garden stirs within you. When chosen this way, the title becomes more than a label. It becomes the spirit of the space, alive with memory and meaning. Perhaps you designed your garden to heal after a season of loss, or maybe it celebrates a joyful beginning. A name anchors those intentions, embedding them into the soul of your retreat. In this way, your garden becomes a mirror of your journey, reflecting moments of struggle, hope, or transformation. Each time you step inside, the name reminds you of where you've been and who you've become. It is no longer just scenery to admire. It becomes a quiet monument, holding your emotions with dignity and honoring your path toward renewal, peace, and self-discovery. The identity of a Japanese garden is never forced. Like moss slowly covering a stone, its name should come in its own time. Allow yourself to walk the space at different hours: morning light, twilight shadows, or after rain has refreshed the air. Each moment reveals a new layer of feeling, and slowly the right name will surface. Trust this process of waiting. Just as gardens thrive through patience, so too does their identity emerge naturally, carrying the depth and stillness that defines their presence. When the name finally arrives, it will feel inevitable, as though it had always belonged. Even the smallest garden holds infinite meaning. A single pine tree, a lantern, or a quiet path may carry presence enough to inspire reverence. Naming a modest space magnifies its sacredness, turning simplicity into depth. A minimalist retreat might carry names like the Still Path or Garden of One Breath, where a single element becomes the heart of the experience. By giving a name, you affirm that your garden's value is not in size, but in meaning. With just a few thoughtful words, even a corner of earth becomes a sanctuary of balance and stillness. Close your eyes as you stand at the center of your retreat. Listen. What sound reaches you? Perhaps the whisper of wind, the echo of water, or the faint memory of footsteps. Then, notice what memory surfaces. Your garden's name could be inspired by your grandmother's tea rituals, a mountain you once climbed, or even a beloved haiku that speaks to you. These personal threads give your space authenticity. When the name comes from memory or meaning, it becomes deeply yours. Each visit, then, carries you not just into the present moment, but also into the stories that shaped you. Nature itself provides endless inspiration for naming. If herons glide gracefully across your pond, crane's nest garden may feel right. If tall grasses sway gently in the wind, perhaps wind over grass carries the essence. Every natural detail in your retreat, stones, trees, water, or sky, offers its voice. You need only listen. Through this dialogue with nature, your garden's name becomes not just a reflection of yourself, but also of the environment it belongs to. It ties the space to rhythms larger than your own, reminding you that your sanctuary is part of a living, breathing world. Consider the story of a woman who shaped her gravel walkway shaped like drifting fog and named her retreat Kumo no Michi, the path of clouds. Her choice reflected her dreamlike spirit and longing to float gently through life. This is the power of naming, a quiet symbolism that carries your essence into the space. Your own garden, too, can carry a name that feels like poetry. Whether drawn from vision, memory, or nature, the name will hold your truth. In that simple act, your backyard becomes more than design. It becomes a timeless story written in stillness.